What's up? This is Wesley, bringing you a golden era inspired workout. Today is a chest day. Most of the exercises will be basic, but as most people forgot the basics, I'm gonna give some of my insights into why we're doing it this way. After all, back in the old days, all they did was stick to the basics. So, we started out with the famous bench press. We did this exercise in a pyramid style, which means you do a couple of warm-ups and then start out your first pyramid or working set with 12 reps and end your last set with 6 reps, with increments of 2 after each set. You also of course increase the weight as you progress. I'm showing you basically all the sets we did because it's easier to see it than me just explaining it, but what this pyramid style training does is very simple. It combines the very essence of muscle building. Firstly, you got the volume, which translates to time under tension. Time under tension is one of the muscle building principles now. Secondly, you got progressive overload, because with each set you increase the weight and therefore overload the muscle. Thirdly, but that's my own personal preference, I go past failure and do a couple of forced reps on the last set. So I make sure that my entire chest has experienced the maximum load of this exercise. Keep in mind though, don't do this with a too heavy of a weight. My recommendation is be able to do at least 4 reps with it, preferably 6, and then let your spotter help you with a couple extra reps, and don't neglect form either. So this is the last set I was talking about. I did 6 reps here, exactly what I anticipated. So especially at the 2 last sets, try to do a weight that you have difficulty with performing all the reps with. It's important to stay at the limit of what you can do, so that you send a signal to your muscles to grow. You gotta let your body and your mind, very important, know, hey, this time I couldn't do it, so I better get stronger and beat it next time. So finally, we arrived at the second exercise. It's a decline dumbbell press, and decline means that it targets the lower pecs mostly. I actually haven't done a decline press in years, although you could say that doing chest dips is comparable to a decline movement. Nonetheless, I wanted to give this one a try, because right now my upper and lower chest are balanced, but I just want to increase the size of my chest, and most of the mass of the chest is in the lower part. Though don't forget, without a decent upper chest, just having a big lower chest and a weak upper chest won't look aesthetic. So make sure there's a balance there. Then we went ahead to do some decline flies. Now, I never did these in my life. I've done plenty of dumbbell flies, just never in this angle, so I was gonna give it a try. And I gotta say, it felt different, and different is good in bodybuilding. Right now I feel a lot of muscle ache right at the area I felt the stretch in during this exercise. So yeah, I would recommend this, especially for people who feel their shoulders a lot during the regular or incline double flies. But as you see in this set right here, after a couple of reps you see my left arm give in a little. That's dangerous when you don't have the spotter. So go for reps on this one, and not for a heavy weight. Yeah, time for the incline bench press, wide grip. As you can see, Arnold does it as well. It gives her a better stretch, and remember, the better the stretch, the stronger the muscle is able to contract. This one is pretty easy for me usually, but it felt heavy as hell. It felt like I needed to orientate more how to move the bar, because when you go from a decline movement to an incline movement, that's a huge difference in the way that it feels. So again, don't use it too heavy of a weight. It's about the muscle anyways, not how heavy the weight is. Alright, we arrived at the Gironda dips. The difference between this and a regular dip is that you put your legs forward instead of the usual backwards way. This puts your body in a different angle and creates a different kind of tension on your chest and involves your shoulders a little less. This is heavy, so I recommend a spotter or a machine that can assist you, or just do these right after bench press when you're still somewhat fresh. And then the dumbbell pullover, one of the staples of a classic chest workout. This is a forgotten exercise, and guess what? Barely anyone looks like the physique of the golden era today. This is just one of the missing pieces of the puzzle. Take it, give it a try. I'll have a tutorial on how to do this most effectively soon, because this is not a straightforward exercise for everybody. The side dumbbell lateral raise, a very good complementary exercise for shoulders on a chest day, if you do them right. Use a light weight and make sure to contract with every rep. This should be enough. Personally, my front delts are developed enough already, mostly because you use a lot of front delts during the chest movements, so all I need is the side and the rear delts to grow. And finally, a row push down for the triceps. Pretty straightforward, except don't forget to push your wrists outwards at the bottom. By the way, I have done a guest appearance at a local Dutch show, so footage of that will be up very soon. One step closer to that vintage physique.